Hey guys, welcome to another one of my videos, and this intro will be really short, but I'm doing easy bake cookies and hit the subscribe button down below. Now, I'm doing easy bake cookies, as I said, and so what you'll need is, you'll need butter, vanilla extract, water, sugar, brown sugar, you need that brown sugar, and then you need baking powder, a mixing bowl, like just a regular small bowl, and I set mine on this flour roll. You'll need spray, like some baking spray or something, flour, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I left off on flour, so you need sugar, brown sugar, butter, water, vanilla extract, baking powder, a bowl, flour, baking spray. You'll need 4 measurements, a half tablespoon, an 1/8 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, and 1 teaspoon. You'll need a spoon and your easy bake baking tray, and then some cupcake liners. I'm taking this first one out because this one is like bent and ruined. So let's get on. Okay. Oh, it's not paused. Okay, I should have said, but make sure it's 1 tablespoon of each, and then 2 of those 2 teaspoons or tablespoon, whatever it said on the package, of butter, and then you're gonna microwave it in the microwave until you see the butter just slightly start to ooze out. As soon as you see that, you want to take it out because that's the perfect consistency. I'll be back. Okay, so mine took about 5 seconds to do that. I just put it on for 10 seconds. And you just want to help chop it up. Stir and stir. Make sure there's no chunks of it because that will not be good when you bake it in the easy bake. Okay, hang on. Sorry. Okay, so then once you got your nice brown mixture, it should look a little brown. Sorry for the bad view. You don't need flour just as yet. Just wait just a minute. A half tablespoon of water. Just a half. Ooh, hair on it. Just a half. Mix that really well until it's like a liquid. I freaked out when I made my own recipe, and I'm like, wait, is that supposed to happen? I think I just ruined it. Don't worry, it's supposed to do that. It turned out perfect. And then you'll take your 1/8 of baking powder, 1/8 teaspoon, just the smallest little one, of baking powder. Do not stir it, because this is the part where you want to stir the 1/8 baking powder and the 1/8 of vanilla extract. Do the dry one first and then the wet one. I'm sorry, we have a lawnmower going outside, but you want to do the dry one first, because if you do the wet one first, then it'll turn the whatever it's called, when you do this first and then you do this one, it'll make the baking powder stick, and you do not want that. Then you'll stir these two together, and then now it's time for the fun stuff. Take 3 of these 3 tablespoons of flour. 1, 2, 3, and then you'll take, dropped it. Sorry, I dropped it. And then you'll just take a half tablespoon of flour. 3.5 tablespoons. And you want to mix those well, and this will take a while, but make sure until all flour is disappeared. Okay, so I got my sort of batter. I mean, it's not like dough that you can take out and put flour in your hand and it'll stick. No, this is like sticky dough. It is safe to eat. You can eat this entire batter because it does not have any raw eggs. No, Make sure your Easy Bake has been preheating. I had mine preheating even before I started the video. Now, I forgot to go grab my flavoring. I'll be right back because this flavoring is going to be delicious. Okay, so I'm just using some of these vanilla chocolate chips. They're really good. We use these in making pancakes and stuff. I'm just taking a little bit, like that much. Let me see. Oh, they look roasted. Just taking that much. And I'm just going to mix these in really well. At least try to. I'll be back. It's going to take a while. Okay. I got flour and stuff all over my hands. But I did snag a few chocolate chips because these things are delicious. So I'm going to clean up my mess, come back and spray my sheet. And I'll show you what to do with these cupcake liners. Okay, so you first want to take a paper towel, which I forgot to grab. And you just want to have that set to the side just in case. And then you'll take your spray and your little pan. And you want to go just spray it enough. And if you see some big spots, just take your sheet, your paper towel, and just press that in there. Do not try to move it as much, and then lift it up, and then it'll be like perfectly spread. Put that aside, put all this aside. Make sure none of that's in the way. And then put your pan aside because you don't need that right now. Take one of your little baking these cupcake liners. And I'm just going to grab this again. Set that right there. I'm going to take some flour. Wait, what? Yeah. I'm going to take some of my cookie stuff. This. And if you want it nice and thick so it's easier, just add some flour. I didn't. And then you're just going to scoop it into the bottom of this. And then it's actually really hard to do that. It's really good. It doesn't need nothing. You just want to set it in there. Let me go wash my hands and grab scissors. Okay, so I'm going to take the scissors, and since I've got my batter down in the bottom, all nice and smooth, delicious, I'm going to cut the cupcake liner really small. And yes, it is kind of hard because the batter is sticky, so you just want to carefully pull it back out. Oops, okay. Fix it, get it all perfect. And then when you cook, you want to make sure that it's not bigger than it. So I'm just gonna sit here and get it perfect. I'll be right back. This is gonna take a minute. Okay, so I ended up having to add more flour. Is it on? Okay. So I ended up having to add more flour to it so it's not too sticky, but also not too like enough so I can just at least roll it. And the reason why I'm rolling it is so I can make it into a ball, set it in there, set it in my little sheet, and then you want it halfway, and then once you think, oh yeah, you got it, so then you'll just take it out carefully. You want to place it on, and since it's a little too big, I'm just going to carefully flatten it, but make sure it still stays size. It's kind of hard, and I'm just going to make a few of these. Okay, so I made 5, but just to add a little cuteness and more flavor, I'm going to try to get out a good 5 chocolate chips, and I'm going to set the point end down so it's nice and flat on the top. I'm just going to set those right in the middle of each one. So then it'll melt around it and it'll come out really pretty. Oh, okay, I'll be back when I'm done with these. Hi. Bye.